it on my ex, and had some things to do today or whatever, but I am back for a moment. All right, so I want to have a discussion about the thieved earnings with the fucking, what's it called? You know what I'm saying? We all get thieved of our earnings. So let me smoke for a moment here, but I'm gonna have that discussion about the thieved earnings and then play Fortnite. It won't take me very long, and I think I'm gonna be able to do it with just one blank note card. This will get the message across to everybody. So, yeah, let me smoke real quick. Turn this up. All right. Smoke. But it's like there's always some fucking hustle to everything. It can't ever be just how everyone wants it to be, you know, or how we're all imagining it in our minds. It's like there's always some fucking hustle, you guys. I don't know what it is about people, but it's like they always all have some ulterior motive that they can't tell you up front. They sign you up for some fucking thing and can't tell you the full fucking what's going on. But yeah. So, I was sitting here thinking, and this was not today, but maybe a couple weeks ago, I don't know. But I was just sitting here thinking about how we all get thieved, and I'm just gonna round the number to 50% because there's so many things that the indigent pay for. You could say, oh, the indigent only pay for, they only pay for, you know, a certain percentage in the thieved earnings. Damn, my beard looks so white. Right here. I guess I'm stressed, I don't know. But you got thieved earnings, right? And everybody's getting thieved 50% minimum because you got the fucking garbage bill, the fucking water bill, the fucking hidden fees and taxes on all these fucking products that we get, the recycling fees for refrigeration and tires, getting rid of tires costs all the, I mean, the list of things, the milk, gallons of milk, the plastic for the milk is getting taxed, alcohol tax, tobacco tax, whole bunch of fucking just gas tax. It's just crazy. So sales tax, so we'll just combine all that because the rich are paying about 38.5 or something. I don't know what the federal level is now, but then 12.8 in California for state tax. Then another about 10%, give or take, on sales tax. And I'm just gonna round everything up for everybody. Well, I mean, the rich are probably paying a little bit more federally, state, but do they move to a lot with sales tax? And then the indigent are maybe getting taxed less federally and state, but they're getting a lot of sales tax and they're getting a lot of the DMV fucking fee, the fucking everything that goes into all that, the other aspects. Even paying for your own fucking home insurance, it's like, shouldn't the public servants be doing this? But anyways, here we go. So you're starting out with, let's imagine, instead of on the individual level like we just were, we're imagining a whole city here. This postcard represents the amount of earnings, this note card the amount of earnings that the entire city has. We're just imagining everybody is private sector in the city, okay? So here's the amount of money. No one's coming in the city, no one's going out of the city. Everybody in the city is in the city for one entire year, and it's all private sector. All right, we're just using our imagination here. Anyways, at the end of the year, you're getting the entire city owes that, right? The entire city owes that. So now, and it's not just folded in half to actually represent what's going on. 50% of what the city had, a solid 50% of what the city had, disappears to the government, to these beings that are calling them representative, public servant, representative of the people. But here we are, everyone's saying the different things they want, and nothing, for some reason, can be done for everyone. All right, so I don't know what you want to consider that, whether it's good or bad, but it feels like everywhere across the USA in some way, local, state, federally, they're doing something with the fucking money that we don't want. Even tickets too, that's another thing. Tickets, getting your fucking tickets on the road, just all this different stuff. Anyways, the city is left with 50% of what they had. So now here comes the next year. The city, we're just imagining, still has an abundance of money to continue moving forward, about as it were. No one's leaving, no one's going in, it's all private sector. Here's what happens to the city's money. There's no export, no import. Here's what happens to the city's money. Okay, it gets folded in half again. Except this year they didn't turn as much of a profit because there's only half the earnings that could be moved. All right. Now, here's what's left of the city. And here's what the federal government has. And who knows what they're spending it on. Now the city, once again, the next year, same scenario, owes taxes. It goes to the federal government. It goes to the state. It goes to the local. Less profit is turned and less money, less product is able to be moved. Now people are really struggling. Here's all the money anyone's left with, all right? And it gets thieved again, 50%. Every year it gets thieved 50%. So now what are you gonna do, you guys? How when you're left with this amount, when you had a whole post note card, what do you do? How do we get money into this location? Well, do we like this location? Do we want it to continue thriving? And that's why I call it a hustle, is because this, owing a 50% to some random fucking location, is economic collapse on the individual cities. And there have been cities that have had to file bankruptcy. Stockton being one of them, and that's here in California. And I think San Jose might have gone bankrupt once, but I don't really want to say on that one. I just know for sure Stockton went bankrupt, and it was a big ordeal, Well, here's why, you guys. And when it went bankrupt, what does that mean for all the people within the city? Economic collapse. Now what are the people going to be relying on? Sign up for food assistance. Well, who's going to sign them up for food assistance? You need public servant. And, so now here comes the hustle. How do you get money into the city? The only way is to get some of the federal money. The federal, what is now about 90%. So you can only bring in the federal money if you have, one, public servants, or two, people on public assistance, because the money is coming in federally into the location. So anywhere that does not have people coming and visiting the city, coming and vacationing in the city, bringing money in from some other city, is going to be in the situation that I just described for you. And so now the city is in a situation. How do we get our city to continue functioning? How can we get part of this 90% that went to the government, went to the federal, state government. One is sign up for food assistance. So there's now a motivation for the city to have people on food assistance in their city. Which, oh, that sounds so good, they're providing food for people. No, what they did is they collapsed the economy. Now you're required to rely on the government, and the only way for the city to thrive is to have more and more people on the food assistance. So ruining someone's life, collapsing them economically, and requiring them to be on some sort of government assistance is actually benefiting the city. And these are the people that we're told, do not trust these government, don't ever trust the government. All right. So there's no motivation to keep people off food assistance okay. And then here's the other thing. Well, instead of having private schools, let's do public school, because now who's going to live in the city? The teachers, the custodian, the cleaning staff, the fucking principals, the counselors, all of them are on the federal paycheck. So now when you open public school, all this money is now being brought in to the city. Some of the 90% that was lost gets brought into the city. That's the only way that the money is coming in here. So what's motivating these cities is to have more government involvement in the city in order for the city to survive. That's the only way the city can survive, unless someone thieves from another city, takes the money in that scenario from another city and takes it to this one and pays the sales tax, which is another 10%, whatever, say across California, it's another 10%. So you have to pick and choose pretty much. And here's the thing, you guys, when you go on vacation in another country, when you take the money from here and go take it to another country, it's like you're saying fuck you to all the cities for one, and also to the entire country as a whole. You're taking your money and you're saving a country that's doing this to their population, thieving from them, and you're going and saving that country, making it appear as though they're a successful country, when here what they're supposed to be enduring is economic collapse. While in exchange, you saved that country, but now at wherever you are at home, hopefully you're trying to say fuck you to everybody, because that's what you're doing. You're economically collapsing the cities within the USA at a faster rate. I mean, they're going to collapse no matter what, unless you have some sort of federal dollar coming in, state dollar coming in to your city. So at a faster rate is what I'm saying. Is what I'm saying. And then here's the additional thing. When people are coming from another city and then working in your city, from the company that's located in your city, a permanent company that's located in your city, some other city's resident is coming to your city, and then the money goes to their city because they're going to go spend it in their own hometown, their own city that they're in. That's where they're going to do grocery shopping. And if they don't do grocery shopping there, then food from this city is being taken out to that city. You know what I'm saying? So when you take your money to another city, it's like you're saying fuck you to your own city and doing that vacation scenario on a smaller level of going to another country, saying fuck you to the whole country. This is saying fuck you to the city. So I'm not sure if that's everyone's intention. I'm just saying, here's the reality of what we're left with. You only have so much money to begin with. Everybody in the city gets thieved 50%. Property tax, permits, all these different things, licenses. And so if you're on the federal dollar, then you really have power. You get to decide, who am I going to make successful in the city? Which city am I going to choose to make successful? because I have federal money coming in. I have part of this 90% that got thieved from everybody. Where am I going to spend it within the city to allow the city to thrive? Artificially, of course, but still thrive. The only way it's thriving is having an increased amount of public servants. That's the only way. And the other thing is, it has to have private sector and public servant. Otherwise, the public servants are left in the same situation. It's going to get sent out at 50%, and then you're only going to get 50% back. So it's and in the long run, no matter what, it's going to result in economic collapse. And you can either, speed up the process, or you can prolong the process. You can favor specific cities, and hopefully they don't ever endure anything. But someone somewhere is getting the middle finger held up to them. And you're saying, I'm not going to help you. I'd rather help LA. I'm not going to help you. I'd rather help San Francisco. I'm not going to help you. I'd rather help Lake Tahoe. You know what I'm saying? So everyone I think everyone needs to take a moment for themselves and go, okay, San Francisco didn't start out the way that it is now. LA didn't start out the way that it is now. So maybe we should focus our attention on exploring our own cities, focusing our earnings on the businesses in our own cities, and get the city that opportunity to develop into what everyone is calling vacation. LA, San Francisco, Lake Tahoe, Nevada, Las Vegas is another good example of that. You have to, if you want something to look a certain way, then you need to focus on your location and get it that way. Otherwise, you should be moving to the location that you're calling vacation. That's just how it is. Everyone that wants to live somewhere that's, it's this and that, well, then you're going to have to figure out a way to go live there. Or if you don't have that option, then you need to explore within your own city. And if you don't like your own city, if you discover that, then you need to find a place that best suits what you want to do. And everyone should be focused on building up their own city, their own life, because San Francisco didn't start how it was. LA didn't start how it was. The Lake Tahoe didn't always look the way it is. Las Vegas. And I think every city has that potential to become something that's a big name. It doesn't have to be skyscraper. It doesn't have to be, entertainment built. But there's certain things about every city that can be probably their focus point. Whatever people are interested in, it's going to take the city's residents to do it. And like I said, you guys, there's really no way of fighting this other than eliminating the theft of earnings. You're going to have to stop thieving people of their earnings, the 50%, and allow people to focus their earnings on whatever it is they want to focus it on. Because right now people are saying the earnings, are being focused on one thing or another. Well, out here they're being focused on building a bomb, and now we're seeing all the results of what building a bomb got us. It's being focused on getting more ammo. I mean, all these different things, and funding cage locations, things that people are not saying. I would never go, yeah, first thing on the list, I want to fund a cage location for some slaves, and I'm going to get some ammo and train dogs to attack a human. You know what I'm saying? It's more, well, let me get something off Amazon to do some art. Let me grow my own plants, my own crops, and produce my own food. I don't know, get some entertainment systems, get some gaming, get some fucking... The list of things that people actually want is like this endless list of new phone, new clothing, new fucking desktop, new fucking games, all that shit, all this fun that would be funded if the money was just kept with the earner, the person that earned the money, all right? Whoever earns the earnings is who should keep the earnings. Nothing should be thieved. Everybody in public service occupation needs to do exactly that and serve the public. If you're not able to serve the public, then you need to find yourself another occupation to occupy. All right? Because the job title that you're occupying is public servant. So it's time to go about that and serve the public without requiring this thieved 90%. It's an economic collapse for everybody. And I believe that's what the hustle was. These whatever you want to call them, communist, socialist, oligarch dictators, are against free will. The people want freedom. They want to be able to spend their earnings on whatever it is. Well, these born into power beings, which is across the planet, don't want that. And a lot of those ideologists are here calling themselves representative, and turns out they're not representative. That it's not, just recently, but a lot of times it's not 100%. And I don't even know if it's ever been. It's not 100% or even close to 100% of the population that's voting. The gerrymandering that's been going down, which is redrawing of district lines around your voter base just to win the next election. The requirement of having the ability to fund these events and different things. So people are calling themselves representative, but it's really self-proclaimed representation. It's not actual election. And these self-proclaimed representatives are the ones that are enacting their own economic ideology, which is this imagination, pixels on a screen, ink on cotton. It's not gold, it's not silver, which is the only legal tender in the USA. The imagination, ink on cotton, was removed from the gold standard in 1970s. And so it's literally imagination, and I'm not even sure it's a legal tender in the USA to be using. But it's so easy for them to thieve imagination pixels on a screen, ink on cotton, as opposed to imagine how much energy it would consume to be transporting all this gold all the time or come out and thieve someone of their gold, whereas you could just go online, boom, freeze their account, close their accounts down. If it's ink on cotton, you can easily transport pallets of ink on cotton compared to tons of gold. And like I said, it's a big hustle. It's a long con hustle because the USA is such a strong nation, such a strong location, that they don't want anyone to know. And when I say they, I believe it's Nazis and Nazi-aligned ideologists, people that are continuing to abide by Nazi law. I mean, if it's not in the USA Book of Law, then it's not law. If you want a law, you need to sign a bill in the USA Bill of Rights. So they don't want everyone to know that the Nazis have invaded. They don't want everyone freaking out, protesting. They wanted this to happen step by step, just slowly. And I mean, the list of laws that are enacted that a lot of people don't even know about is so fucking long. Things regarding vapes, things regarding fires, burn piles, things regarding your own property, your own private property. And it's all different, county to county, state to state. No one fucking knows, even city to city sometimes. It's like everything's just, somehow they think that we know we crossed into another city or crossed into another county, crossed into another state. There's no lines on the ground. And so, I don't know. So, what I'm saying is, this was a long con hustle by the Nazi militia, and maybe they thought it was going to happen sooner, maybe they thought it was going to be easier, but they've got themselves in such a mess to this point that no one knows, no one can really go back on anything that they've been saying. They've been beating their ideology for so long that I'm sure it's too embarrassing to even admit to anyone that this is what they've been doing. But what they've been doing is thieving everybody of earnings. If you don't give them the earnings, you will go to the cage locations. Okay? They they don't provide water, they don't provide garbage, they don't provide house the rebuilding of your homes in fires, they don't provide it in floods, they don't provide it in earthquakes, they don't provide any stolen goods, compensation for any stolen goods. They don't, you know, but at the same time they let the invasion in, and just yeah, like I said, the list of things that we pay for and the list of things that they've enacted as they're calling it law, and for some reason they don't know this thin book of law. They can't seem to memorize that or figure that out, but they got all these other fucking laws that they're enforcing on us. At the threat of metal projectile weapon. Every 14 hours, about 14 hours, another USA citizen civilian dies from one of our own. From one of their own, I should say. The public servants that this 90% is going to do the 134K a year. You know, and it goes to funding, putting down another USA citizen civilian. The number of USA citizen civilians that die yearly from one of Trump's own militants is above the number that was going to be hung in Iran. The 817 that were going to be hung in Iran. Law-abiding USA citizen civilian are being murdered every 14 hours at a rate of about 14 hours in the USA. And the number in the end adds up to higher than the amount that they're talking about. They're talking about 817. It's a little above 1,000. And it hasn't, and that's yearly, you guys. This is a once in a lifetime hanging. We're talking about yearly, and I think a couple years back it was like 900. Then it just keeps going up. Now it's about 1,000. I'm sure 2025 is even higher than 2024. We'll have to see. But it's at a rate of 14 every 14 hours. They're murdering another law-abiding USA citizen civilian. Someone had metal projectile weapon with them. Someone was doing first bill. Someone had bear arms. You know what I'm saying? Someone had firearms and was bearing arms. And someone did the 21st bill. It's all those people. Someone wasn't able to pay into the 90% of thieved earnings. Come year 3, they didn't have the money to pay for property tax. They got, you know, they missed jury duty because they don't have a mailing address. You know, all these people, these are the people that actually have, when they say, well, he had a warrant out for his arrest. Yeah, for what? He missed jury duty? He didn't pay his $20 for Obamacare? You know what I'm saying? Some fake debt. It's a fake debt that's owed, and in the end, there's no way to pay it. And what they do is they kill you, and then they're going to go and harvest your organs. And if you don't believe me, guess what? The Nazis, these local Nazis, killed a USA military member, murdered him, wrongfully murdered him. His body got taken to wherever. They removed his organs, and the family happened to ask, we want the body returned of our son, our military member son, we want it returned. It was returned with missing organs, you guys. The Nazis, the local Nazis, murdered this military member and then returned the body to the family with organs missing. It's an organ harvesting ring. Fucking stupid ass fucking player too. I don't know who the fuck that is. That pisses me off. You guys could just mind your own motherfucking inquietude. I'm just gonna have to kick their fucking ass, you guys. So, I don't know what you guys want to take on that, but take that whole thing in. That's the hustle, and it's resulted in where we're at now. Shit fucking cities, run down motherfucking cities. Grand Central Station used to actually be a Grand Central Station. Now it's a fucking burial site. It's a crematorium for women. It became a crematorium for women. Homeless women.
suit of flavor. The Colonel made his $10 Tuesday bucket so full with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders that it might just last you till Wednesday, if you've got that kind of self-control. I mean, some people want leftovers. Others are more direct nowers. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal with KFC $10 Tuesday.
Laws should keep getting the hepatitis care they deserve. With Epclusa or its authorized generic, most people with Medicaid coverage pay $0 for the full course of treatment. And eligible patients with commercial insurance may pay as little as $5 per copay. Restrictions apply for copay savings. Epclusa, sulfosylbutyrate gorpadisone, treats chronic hep C genotype 1 through 6 without cirrhosis or with compensated cirrhosis and can be taken earlier in recovery now. If you have hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during the treatment. So you know if you have hepatitis B, liver or kidney problems, HIV, and all medicine and supplements you take. Taking a meal causes serious harm. Most homicide rates are fatalities. Financial support options can make getting hep C treatment a reality. So don't wait. Move affordable hep C treatment from your to-do list to your to-day list. Ask your doctor about Epclusa and visit epclusa.com for important facts.
Did you know that parents-right financial literacy is the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely. And parents invest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Sign up for Greenlight today at greenlight.com/podcast.
Security usually means extra steps and complications, but with Apple Pay, secure payments are simple. Your transactions are authenticated with Face ID, Touch ID, or passcode, so security is built in when you check out. Plus, your identity isn't shared with merchants, and they don't see it actually.
CEW. We're a full-service technology solutions provider, advising our clients and designing customized
Don't sit in courses you've already taken. University of Phoenix accepts Electron transfer credits and has a scholarship for transfer students. Finish your degree faster.
that? Oh, Haunted Hills.
Now back at Starbucks. Try our new premium rich pistachio cortado, finished with salted brown butter topping, or the iced Dubai chocolate latte.
Why wait for spring to upgrade your home? Ashley's President's Day sale starts now. Find hot buys starting at just $349 and shop our biggest mattress sale of the year and get amazing deals. Adjustable bases, mattress purchase, and more time with 60 months special financing on in-store purchases of $2,999 or more made with your Ashley Advantage Synchrony credit card. These President's Day savings won't last long, so don't miss out. Only at Ashley. Subject to credit. Payments required. See store for details.
I checked Allstate first to save $100 for my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check electric gas hose on my car's tag. Not smart. And I drove off. Still attached to number 3.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that can save you hundreds. Cities vary, so the application is legally also automatically insurance company employees from upwards online. Olympics in style with the opening ceremony from Italy, featuring a special performance by Mariah Carey, celebrating the greatest athletes from around the globe as they come together to go for gold. The opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics. The sport at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on NBC and Peacock.
Why is it taking it off? What's happening, you guys? What the fuck?
save up to $1,000 off your entire purchase. Or take advantage of 60 months special financing with purchases made with your Advantage Synchrony credit card, making your next big purchase more affordable than ever. These post-holiday savings won't last long, so don't miss out. Only at Ashley. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. For details.
I didn't there. My fucking phone is about to die anyway, so I caught it just in time. Alright. I'm just gonna end it, you guys. Hopefully you're learning something new every time that you wake up, and fall asleep. I learn stuff in dreams sometimes. And I'm sure you guys do too, you just don't remember it. But the brain is constantly functioning, it feels like. And now mine needs a rest. It's already 1:21. I thought it was still 12 something. Fuck. Slam them, dude. Fuck. Smoking the weed. Smoking the green. All right. It's charging up. Shout out to Mobile Legends, by the way. And drink wine. Do not take melatonin. Melatonin can make your hair turn gray. Peace out, you guys.